Elias Mercer punched the thrusters, his salvage hauler drifter slicing through the debris field's edge. Quarantine beacons screamed across his console, red strobes warning of biohazards from the wrecked freighter ahead. He ignored them. A faint distress ping pulsed from the heart of the wreckage, too weak for protocols, too alive to abandon. He locked onto the signal. Twisted metal beams whipped past his viewport. Elias yanked the yoke, dodging a tumbling cargo crate the size of his ship. The ping sharpened, life support failing in a sealed pod. Quarantine breach imminent, the automated voice droned. Divert course. Not today. Elias slapped the override. His suit seals hissed as he prepped for EVA. No time for docking clamps. He fired maneuvering jets and matched the pod's spin. Magnetic boots clamped to its scorched hull. Elias wedged his plasma torch into the seam. Sparks flew in the vacuum. The lid groaned open. Two small figures huddled inside, translucent membranes fluttering over wide, luminous eyes. Scales shimmered along their slender limbs, pale blue, etched with fading royal filigree. Alien girls, no older than 10 by human standards. The smaller one clutched a woven cord bracelet, murmuring in rhythmic clicks. Elias scooped them up. Their skin chilled his gloves, but faint pulses thrummed against his chest plate. He kicked back to the drifter, pod lid slamming shut behind him. Airlock cycled. He burst into medbay, laying them on the scan table. Frost rhymed their scales. The older girl stirred, her clawed hand shielding the younger. "Easy," Elias said, voice calm through his helmet mic. He cracked his faceplate. Warm air flooded in. "You're safe now." Her eyes snapped open, golden slits dilating. She hissed. Fangs bared, but didn't strike. The little one whimpered, twisting her bracelet tighter. Elias stripped the emergency protocols. Nanite injectors hummed to life, pumping heat and oxy into their veins. He grabbed the tissue scanner, waving it over their arms. Signatures bloomed on his holoscreen, unique protein markers, royal Vol lineage. A galactic bulletin flashed up. Priority override from the core worlds. Missing. Princess Rhine and Princess Talival. Heirs to the Saren throne. Last seen in pirate raids 6 cycles ago. Reward. Fleet command posting. His gut twisted. These weren't strays. They were the galaxy's most hunted heirs. The older girl, Rin by the scars on her filigree, watched him. "You... human?" Her voice rasped, translators bridging the gap with static pops.
"Yeah, Elias.
Got you out of that pod."
He adjusted the warmer.
"How long were you adrift?"
"Days. Weeks." Rin's claws flexed. "Captors jettisoned us. Said royals fetch no price dead." Tali uncurled slightly, her bracelet glowing faintly under UV lights. She clicked a pattern. Some ritual prayer, Elias guessed. Port authority chatter crackled over comms. "Drifter, this is Station Prime Control. You breached quarantine. Prepare for boarding." Elias patched his console. No way they impounded him now. He encrypted a tight beam burst to the Vol throne coordinates. Princess Rin and Tali secured aboard civilian hauler drifter, Grid 47. Alpha. Distress pod recovered from debris field Zeta. 9. Biostable. Requesting escort. Transmission sent. He killed the log. "Drifter." Control barked. "Acknowledge boarding demand. Armed team inbound." "Negative," Elias replied, voice steady. He powered up the medbay doors. Sealed tight, carrying critical evacuees. Medical quarantine active. Silence. Then a growl. "Civilian, you have no authority. Stand down or we tractor you." Rin sat up, scales flushing violet. "They are Queen's heirs, Vol blood. Controls channel spiked." "Repeat that?" Elias glanced at her. Competence without ego. That's what Prefect Corlan would demand later, if the stories held. For now, he bought time. The girl's vitals stabilized. Tali reached out, tiny claws brushing his glove. Trust sparked in her eyes. A new ping hit his console. Royal encryption handshake. Incoming hail from the Vol throne ship Aegis Crown. Elias accepted. A stern face filled the screen. Prefect Corlan, mandibles clicking. Human, proof of claim. Elias swiveled the scanner feed. Royal markers glowed. Cor's eyes widened. Human persistence hitting alien norms like a meteor. Impossible. The broker swore them vaped. "Not yet," Elias nodded to the girls. Ryan stood protectively over Tali. Core barked orders off-screen. Escort dispatched. Evade port authority. Queen Saren demands their return. Copy. Elias cut the line. Thrusters spooled up. Controls tractors whined to life outside. But a shadow loomed larger. The Aegis crown dropping from hyperspace. Weapons hot. Elias grinned. Royals incoming, but Broker Vex Juno's black market hunters weren't far behind. The real race began now. Tractors locked. Elias punched evasive thrusters. His salvage hauler, Mercy's Drift, shuddered as port control yanked harder. Stand down, civilian. Control barked over open channel. You're carrying contraband. Ryan clutched Tali tighter. The older princess's scales rippled crimson. Defiance. Tali whimpered, claws digging into Elias's suit. Not contraband, Elias muttered. He keyed the royal escort freak. Prefect Core, your window's closing. Traffickers inbound. Static crackled. Then Core's voice. Aegis crown in position. Hold Vector 047. We match your spin. Outside, the massive throne ship eclipsed the docking arms. Blue tractor beams snapped onto Mercy's Drift. Gentler than Control's grip, port tractors whined and released. Elias exhaled. Copy. Matching now. Alarms blared. 3 blips hyperspace jumping in hot. Broker Vex Juno's hunters. Sleek corvettes. Black market fast. Core's channel spiked. Queen Saren overrides all. Intercept complete. Secure channel opening. Elias glanced back. The girls huddled in the medbay crash couch. Ryan's eyes tracked him, calculating. Tali rocked side to side, murmuring a Vol nursery chant. Tiny ritual against fear. He rummaged the overhead locker. Emergency rations tumbled out. Human protein bars, dense and plain. He tore wrappers, handed one to each. Eat! Slowly. Elias knelt to their level. You talk when ready. Not before. Rin sniffed the bar. Hesitated, then bit. Tali followed. Chocolate flecks on her muzzle. Secure channel chimed. Elias swiveled the console cam to frame the girls. Accepted. Queen Saren Ball filled the screen. Her crest flared rigid, golden scales etched with royal filigree. Mandibles locked tight. Human. Proof of life. Now. Elias nodded to Ryan. No words. Competence without ego. Rin stepped forward. Mother. It's us. Tali peeked around. Mama? The nice soft skin gave us food. It's sweet. Sarian's crest slammed flat. Eyes narrowed to slits. A trap. Vex's voice mod tech. He peddles fakes. No fake, Rin said. Her voice cracked. First vulnerability. He took us from the garden vault. Said royal blood fetches empires, but the soft skin crashed his deal. Saren leaned closer. Scanners whirred on her end, verifying harmonics. Ryan? Tali. Describe the birthing nebula, Rin recited. 3 arms, ion storms like shattered glass. You held us there. Tali chimed, and sang the spiral song. Round and round. Saren's mandibles trembled. Grief cracked her discipline. My daughters. Voice dropped to whisper. Alive. Elias stayed silent. Let the bond reform. Core's voice cut in from off-screen. Majesty. Hunters closing. 5 minutes to weapons range. Saren straightened. Crest flared. Command read. Prefect. Full intercept. Destroy the corvettes. No survivors. Acknowledged. Core vanished from frame. Saren's gaze pinned Elias. Pilot. Name. Elias Mercer. Salvage op. You found them. How? Routine sweep. Wreckage pinged vitals. He shrugged. No one left behind. Her eyes assessed. Human persistence. Humble. Relentless. Alien queens commanded fleets. This soft skin treated rescue like refueling. Hunters won't stop, Elias added. Vex has port insiders. Bureaucracy's his shield. Saren nodded once. Covert extraction. Relay your nav data. Elias patched the route. Back channels through asteroid belts, ghosting Imperial buoys. No official logs. Authorized, Saren said. Prefect. Enact Mercer's vector. Divert all court chatter. Ban details on pain of exile. Off-screen affirmatives rumbled. Rin tugged Elias's sleeve. Soft skin. You saved us. Team effort. He ruffled Tali's crest gently. She giggled. First sound of joy. Saren watched. Crest softened fractionally. Mercer. Dock with Aegis crown at rally point. We owe you. Bringing them home. Elias cut thrust to match spin. Hull groaned as tractors synced. Core's escort fighters peeled off, plasma lances charging toward the hunters. But Vex's lead corvette fired first. A warning spread that lit Mercy's drift's shields. Elias gripped controls. Incoming. Saren's channel held open. Evade, pilot. We cover. Fighters streaked past. Explosions bloomed silent in the void. One corvette vaporized. Ryan and Tali cheered. Elias dodged debris. Second corvette flanked. Missiles away. Core's voice. Mercer, break left. Elias rolled hard. Mercy's drift groaned. Proximity klaxons wailed. Aegis Crown's main battery spoke. The corvette shredded. Last hunter bugged out. Hyperspace flare. Clear. Dock bay open, Saren said. Land, Elias guided in. Airlock cycled. He unstrapped the girls. Rin hugged Tali. Then, impulse. Hugged Elias. Scales warm against his suit. Thank you. Tali latched onto his leg. Claws poked. Harmless. Footsteps echoed. Prefect Core stormed the bay. Squad behind. Mandibles clicked approval. Human. You fly well. No ego. Got lucky. Elias stepped aside. Core scooped the princesses. They buried faces in his crest. Sari entered via hololink, projected life-size. She knelt, queen to children. My hearts. Rin whispered. He wouldn't leave us. Saren rose, faced Elias direct. Mercer. Foul blood swears debt. Name your boon. Elias glanced at the girls. Tali waved a half-eaten bar. Just glad they're home. Sarian's crest pulsed. Astonishment. Humans demanded nothing. Core grunted. Impossible. But alarms shrieked through the Aegis Crown's bay. Elias snapped his head up. Red strobes flashed across armored bulkheads. Prefect Core squad tensed, weapons hot. Rin clutched Tali tighter. The young princess whimpered, claws digging into her sister's scales. Proximity alert, Core barked. Scanners showed junkport inbound. Drift class signature, yours. Mercer? Elias checked his wristpad. Mercy's drift floated secure in the docking clamp. Negative. Fake out ghost. Someone spoofed my code. Saren's hollow flickered. Her crest flared crimson.
Traffickers.
They track us still. Core's mandibles clicked. Princesses need meds. Dehydration hits ball young hard. Shipboard stocks low after the fight. Elias unstrapped his harness fully. Junkports 2 lights out. I dock, under false transponder. Grab supplies. Routine salvage run. You? Carr eyed him. Human solo? Leaves your guns here. Elias grabbed his satchel. Safer. Saren nodded once. Go. Baal watches. Rin tugged Elias's sleeve. Promise back? He ruffled her crest gently. Won't leave family hanging. Tali beamed, waving her ration bar stub. Elias sealed his suit and cycled out. Mercy's drift decoupled with a shudder. Elias punched in the junkport vector. False transponder hummed. Ghost signature active. Port loomed ahead. A ragged wheel of derelict hulls flickering neon ads for scrap and stims. Docking ping accepted. He locked clamps and strode the grimy causeway. Mag boots clanging. Stalls hawked parts under sodium glare. Elias hit the med vendor first. Rehydration packs. Vol spectrum, 10 units. Vendor drone word. Creds up, soft skin. Elias slotted his chip, packs dispensed with a thunk. He stuffed them in a satchel, turned. A figure blocked the corridor. Broker Vex Juno. Oily scales, data tats glowing on forearms. Grimy vest strained over a broker's paunch. Mercer. Sloppy doc. False tag screams guilty. Elias kept his hand casual near his belt pouch. Wrong guy. Step off. Vex's eyes gleamed. He waved a holopad. Buyer's contract scrolled. Royal crests. Bounty figures. Heard your little drama. Princesses Ryan and Tali. Cute leverage. I got a client. Fat creds for live delivery. Sign here. I broker safe passage. No more Corvette chases. Elias's jaw tightened. Vex knew too much. Port cams. Loose lips. Passageware. Auction block. Vex chuckled. Mandibles parting. Business. Royals pay more to retrieve. You hand them over. I fence the story. Win-win. Or, he tapped his comm. I ping your friends. Port Sec loves trafficker tips. Elias scanned the corridor. Thin crowd. Vents overhead. Lockdown panels glowed green. Goal. Neutralize. Extract intel. No shots. Too noisy. Contract temps, Elias said. Voice even. He stepped closer. Vex grinned wider. Extended the pad. Elias slammed his palm into Vex's throat vents. Broker gagged. Elias yanked the pad, then triggered his wrist remote. Hard lockdown klaxons howled. Blast doors slammed shut. Corridor sealed. Vex wheezed, clawing for his pistol. You! Elias vented the corridor. Air whooshed out in a hurricane screech. Vex's eyes bulged. Scales paled. Elias's suit held salvage seals tight. He lunged, grappled Vex's thrashing arms. Dragged him prone. Mag boots locked to deck. Vex convulsed. Oxygen starved. Elias slapped a containment breather over Vex's vents. Broker gasped, sucking air. Elias zip-tied wrists and ankles. Quick pat-down. Comm ledger snatched. Airlock math broker. Talk or decompress. Vex coughed. Mercy. You're dead. Fleet inbound. 3 heavies. Pickup for the girls. Clients pissed. Your stunt cost millions. Elias synced the ledger to his pad. Data flooded. Jump cords. Corvette IDs matching the hunters. ETA 30 mics. Portside hangar primed.
Quiet name.
Elias pressed. Vex spat. Syndicate lord. Royals owe him now. Hand over princesses. Or Aegis crown slags. Elias hauled Vex up. Containment collar clicked on. Stun pulse ready. Wrong math. He dragged Vex to a shadowed maintenance hatch. Portsec chatter buzzed. Distant. Lockdown drawing eyes. Elias patched core. Mercer.
Got a broker. Fleet inbound. 3 heavies.
Spool engines. Core growled back. Princess is secure. Saren preps jump. You? Bringing leverage. Elias shoved Vex ahead. Hatch cycled. They plunged into service tunnels, boots pounding grate floors. Alarms layered, port lockdown escalating. Vex stumbled. Fool human. Compassion kills. Why risk? Elias glanced back. Broker's eyes darted. Fear real now. Family doesn't negotiate. Tunnels forked. Elias checked the map overlay. Docking bay ahead. Mercy's drift waited. But scanner pinged. Port patrols converging. Heavy footsteps echoed behind. Shortcut. Elias muttered. He vented a side tube. Steam blast covered their trail. Vex yelped as Elias yanked him through. The Saren's voice cut in. Mercer. Scanners confirm fleet. Jump window. Narrow. Copy. 5 mics.
They burst into the bay. Mercy's drift's ramp yawned.
Elias tossed Vex aboard, strapped him to a crash couch, ignited engines. Port clamps groaned, released. Thrust pinned them. Fighters scrambled from port bays. Late response. Elias rolled out hard, missile-streaked proximity flares blooming. Rin's voice piped from the Aegis link. Elias. Bad guys again contact. 3 bogies. Closing fast. Prefect Corlan's voice barked over the comms link. Elias gripped the stick tighter. Mercy's drift shuddering under laser fire. He snap-rolled left, dumping countermeasures. Flares bloomed like fireworks drawing missiles wide. Rin, Tali, strap in. Lon, match my vector. We're linking bays now. Rin's small voice crackled back. Steady despite the fear. Elias. They're shooting the engines. Tali's counting breaths again. Keep counting together. Buys time. Elias punched thrust, weaving through debris from the port skirmish. Scanners showed land shuttle detaching from Queen Saren's Aegis, racing to match. Vex Juno squirmed in his restraints on the crash couch, collar humming. You can't outrun them, human. Cut losses. Elias ignored him. Docking clamps thudded home. Airlock cycled with a hiss. The ramp dropped, and Prefect Land stormed aboard, 4 armored veil guards fanning out, pulse rifles leveled. Their iridescent scales gleamed under the red emergency lights. Lon's crest flared, distrust etched in every ridge. Princesses. Now. Broker 2. Lon's gravel voice allowed no debate. He gestured sharply at the inner hatch. My queen awaits transfer. Elias blocked the corridor, hands raised but feet planted, not without triage. Kids took plasma grazes. Your med kit or mine. Lon's eyes narrowed. Yellow slits dilating.
Human delay? We jump in minutes.
Jump with dead kids? Your call. Elias pulled a scanner from his vest, waving it over the sealed cabin door. Readings flashed. Elevated heart rates. Minor burns. They're stable, but protocol. Guard shifted, rifles twitching toward Elias. Lan held up a clawed hand. Show me. Elias cracked the hatch. Ryan huddled with Tally in the jump seats, the elder princess's arm around her sister. Tally clutched a frayed ribbon, her ritual talisman, muttering numbers under her breath. Ryan met Elias's gaze first, chin lifted like she'd bartered with demons. We waited, Elias. Like you said. Good girls. Elias knelt, scanner humming over Ryan's singed frill.
Second degree. Tali's worse. Shock creeping.
He yanked his medkit, spraying nanosealant. Lan, your turn. Joint check. Lan hesitated, then slung his rifle. He pulled a Val-dermal probe, its blue field flickering. Together they worked. Elias stabilizing vitals, Lan sealing wounds with alien gels. Ryan watched Lan, whispering to Tali. See? Even prefect helps now. Lan grunted, avoiding her eyes. Duty, princess, not sentiment. Triage clear, Elias said finally. But no handoff yet. Evac drill first. Raiders inbound. Vex called them. Vex hissed from his couch. Leverage shifts. Lan's crest spiked. He rounded on Elias. Your plan? Human standard. Elias stood, voice calm. Rin, you're on alarm. Yell Hull if breach pings. Tali, sealant's pouch. Pass to nearest. Lan, your team covers bays 1 and 3. I trap 2. Rin nodded fast, scrambling to the console. Hull watch. Got it. Tali clutched her ribbon tighter but echoed. Silence. Pass. Lan barked orders to his guards. They moved like a unit, precise and lethal. Elias admired it. No ego, just skill. He bolted to engineering, rigging bulkheads, welded plates fused with quick gel, pressure vents rerouted to snap-freeze sections, motion sensors tied to klaxons. Drill run, Elias called. Breach sim, now. Alarms wailed. Rin shouted, Hull, Bay 2. Tali tossed the pouch to a guard. Lan's team pivoted seamless. Elias vented steam, mock trap. Clear. Reset. Lan stared, mandibles clicking. Efficient. Unorthodox. Works.
Elias wipes sweat.
They're not. Cargo. Rolls build calm. Rin beamed. I negotiated quiet with Vex earlier. He talked less. Tally giggled softly, ribbon twirling. 1, 2, 3. Safe. Scanners screamed for real. Breach. Raider grapples. Hull integrity dropping. Elias sealed the kid's compartment. Live fire. Stay put. Lan's team stacked at the airlock. Explosives boomed. Raiders cutting through. Elias hit the traps. Bulkhead 1 slammed hydraulic jaws, crushing armor with a screech. Frozen Bent 2 flashed iced 3 boarders mid-charge, scales cracking like glass. Raiders fired wild, plasma scorching walls. Lan's guards returned fire, dropping 2. A 4th lunged past, claws raking for the kid's door. Elias tackled blow, human bulk slamming it down. Fists flew. Raider's blade nicked his arm. Elias locked the arm, twisted. Snap. Rifle butt cracked its crest. Lan vaporized the last from behind. Flank? Clear. Elias rose, blood dripping. Kids, Rin's voice piped. Safe, Tali says 479. Hull groaned. Mercy's drift bucked. Aegis tractor beam locked. Saren's voice cut through. Jump prepped, transfer shuttle away. Lan clapped Elias's shoulder. First trust touch. You fight like clan. Queen will hear this. Elias waved it off, herding everyone to the ramp. Guard scooped Vex, still collared. Ryan hugged Tally close, then darted to Elias. You come too? Family? Soon, kid. Go. He ruffled her frill. Shuttle undocked. Elias watched Aegis engines flare. But scanners pinged new signatures, heavy raiders vectoring in. Too many. Jump window slammed shut. They're boxing us, Elias muttered. He spooled Mercy's drive solo, 1 chance left. Engine screamed as Mercy's drift lurched into the dust cloud. Elias gripped the stick, Navcomp spitting Vex's decrypted ledger codes. Unregistered station, dead ahead. Trafficker hub, mast and particle storm. Raiders' signatures blinked pursuit vectors closing fast. He slammed the jump initiator. Reality warped. Hull shuddered, scanners cleared. Station ring spun silent in the haze. No welcoming ping. Docking clamps kissed metal with a grind. Elias killed power to his beacon. No alarms yet. He suited up, grabbed the plasma cutter, toolkit, and Vex's stolen data chit. Airlock hissed open to a service hatch. Human shoulders wedged through, tight, but salvage runs taught worse. He dropped into the maintenance shaft. Breather clamped. Mag boots off. Zero crawl. Vents humming cold. Goal. Core power nexus. Ledger schematics glowed on his wrist pad. Sensor grids laced the main decks. Traffickers watched arrivals. Shafts bypassed them. Elias inched past a junction. Frills of cabling brushing his helmet. A grate rattled. Voices echoed below. Guttural trader slang. Shipment delayed. Queen sniffing too close. He froze. Claws scraped metal nearby. Patrol drone whirred past. Optics blind to his insulated suit. Heart steady. Push on. Shaft narrowed to gut squeeze. Elias exhaled, twisted shoulders sideways. Fabric rasped. Sparks from a loose panel lit his visor. He wedged the cutter blade. Sliced clean. Emerged into sub-level conduit. Feet-finding deck. Power relays loomed. Massive. Alien-scaled. He slapped charges. Overload sequence. 5 minutes. Wires sparked under his multi-tool. Cut. Backup severed. Ring-wide blackout plunged the station dark. Alarms wailed. Emergency klaxons throbbed. Auto doors jammed mid-cycle. Manual cranks only now. Traffickers bellowed in the gloom. Generator breach. Lock it down! Footsteps pounded decks above. Elias patched his suit comm to station broadcast. No time for stealth. He keyed the princess's royal identifiers from the ledger. DNA hashes, frill patterns, voice prints logged during evac. Rhine's hug. Tali's ritual code. All verified. Attention, station personnel. His voice boomed through every vent, every deck speaker. Human accent cut sharp. This is Elias Mercer, civilian salvage. I've rescued Queen Sarenval's daughters, Princess Rin and Princess Tali. Identifiers confirm royal blood, live and safe aboard Aegis. Vex Juno's ledger out your bosses. Traffickers hold no leverage now. Silence swallowed the alarms. Then murmurs swelled. Royals? Here? A worker's voice crackled. Vex sold kids? My clutch sibs went through this ring! Shots erupted. Humans don't bluff. Check the hashes. Bulkheads rang with scuffles. Blaster fire popped distant. Workers turning. Elias strode the dim corridor. Cutter humming. No hiding. Let them see the human who wouldn't leave kids behind. A squad burst from a side passage. 4 traffickers. Scales oiled. Blades drawn. Leader snarled. Outsider. You wrecked the grid, they charged. Manual door grinding slow behind. Elias sidestepped, cutter flashing. Sliced one's weapon arm clean. It howled, clutching stump. Second swung high. Elias ducked, drove elbow into throat vents. Choke gasp. Third fired wild plasma. Scorched wall. Elias rolled, yanked its ankle. Down. Fourth hesitated. Eyes darting to comms. Hashes check. Queen's wrath incoming. Station shook. More voices rallied. For the clutch. End the slavers. Blaster volleys echoed from multiple levels. Traffickers scrambled, abandoned posts. Elias kicked the last one's blade away. Tell your broker. No more shipments. Royals no faces. He bound them, zip ties from his kit. Left for station security, now allied. Wristpad pinged. Outer sensors lit. Raider heavies docking, furious from the cloud chase. But station defenses powered manual overrides. Workers manned turrets. Elias grinned under his visor. One chance worked. He bolted for mercy, corridors alive with cheers. Human, you brought clan fire. Hull breach alarm spiked. Raiders breached main airlock. Elias hit the service hatch, shaft swallowing him. Behind, a worker roared. Protect the rescuer. For Saren's blood. Explosions rocked the ring. He sealed Mercy's lock. Spooled engines. Dust cloud waited. But scanners caught a new sig. Broker Vex's personal runner, slipping in late. Persistent bastard, Elias muttered. He vectored hot tractor beam snaring the runner mid-dock. No escape now. Elias sprinted down the buckling corridor. Tali's small frame clamped against his chest plate. Dust choked the air. Bulkheads groaned, spitting sparks. The 4-year-old princess whimpered, her claws digging into his vac suit. Hold tight, kiddo. Almost out. A thunderous boom shook the deck. Elias stumbled, caught a stanchion. His wrist pad blared. Strike! Corvette Val's Fury docking hard, main bay. All channels open. Queen Saren's voice cut through static, regal and ironclad. All forces, this is Sovereign Saren Val. Cease assault immediately. Collateral protocols engaged. No fire until civilians clear. Station workers froze mid-charge on open comms. Queen lives. Obey, Elias gritted teeth. Protocol be damned. A girder ahead twisted, flames licking from a plasma rupture. Tali's ritual pebble, clutched in her free hand, glowed faintly under emergency lights. It wouldn't leave her to crush. Negative, Your Majesty. One civvy pinned, moving now. Her response snapped back. Pilot Mercer, identify hazard. My teams, extract. Too late for that. He kicked a jammed hatch. It flew open. Heat blasted his face. Elias dove through, rolling with Tali shielded. Ceiling caved behind them. Tons of debris sealed the path. Cheers erupted on worker channels. Human defies death. Clutch honor, he burst into the service bay. Mercy's ramp yawned open. Mag locked, to the deck. Elias hit the cycle button. Airlock hissed. Safe. He laid Tali on the medbunk, checked vitals. Stable. Her wide eyes locked on him. Pebble pressed to lips. Papa Stone safe. Safe as you, Tali. Elias ruffled her frilled crest. Wrist pad pinged. Scanners showed Vex's runner snagged in his tractor. Engines cold. Raiders pinned by station turrets. Good. Comms flooded. Prefect Corlan barked. Mercer, you disobeyed Royal Halt. Explain. Saved a princess. Check your feeds. Elias spooled Mercy's reactors, eyes on aux cams. Val's Fury disgorged armored lancers, chitin-plated Valerie Elite, plasma lances humming, but no Queen. Wait. A new feed hacked in, Queen's personal channel. Saren strode from the Corvette, crown helm retracted, exposing scaled features etched with grief lines. No entourage. She moved like a blade, sidestepping panicked traffickers. One guard, Vex's thug, swung a shock rod at her. Saren caught the wrist mid-arc, twisted, bone cracked. Rod clattered. She drove a knee into its vents. It crumpled, gasping. Elias whistled low. Queen fights dirty. Ryan's voice pierced the line, faint but fierce.
Mother?
Here. Cell block Alpha. Saren's reply. Steady command. Daughter.
Pull!
She blasted the cell locks with a wrist-mounted pulsar. No hesitation. Rin tumbled out. 8 years old but standing tall, negotiating glare at lingering slavers.
You heard her. Clutch wrath.
Mother crushed daughter to chest. Rin clung. Whispering rituals Tali echoed. Saren's shoulders shook. Once. Then steel returned. Prefect Core. Secure perimeter. Broker Vex. Surrender or burn. Vex's runner squawked on Elias's scanners. Royal blood's mine. Heavies inbound. Elias keyed open channel.
Your Majesty's docked amid fireworks. Raiders punching through dust in 60.
Station turrets hold 'em, but Vex slips if I don't reel 'em. Got Tali aboard, Mercy. Ryan with you? Affirm, Saren said, voice cracked on the edge. Plan, pilot. Tractors got Vex cold. I punch out first, bait the heavies into the cloud. Your Fury follows my lead. Flank burn, shear their engines. Station workers cover evac. No collaterals. Silence. Core growled over comms. Human leads crown ship. Insult. Saren overrode. Accepted. Elias Mercer. Val's Fury, under your flight lead. Clutch dead binds us. Elias grinned, punching throttles. Mercy lurched free. Copy. Forming up. Rhine. Tali family. Ride home. Vex's runner thrashed in the beam. Raiders burst from the murk. 3 corvettes. Guns hot. Elias jinked, drawing fire. Fury ignited behind. Lances carving precise. One raider vented atmosphere. Core's voice shifted. Grudging respect. Human weave. Flawless. Adjusting. Tali giggled. Pebble tapping rhythm. Rhine's feed showed her at Saren's side, pointing targets. There, mother, like the stories. Broker Vex broadcast surrender. Too late. Elias released tractor selective. Runner spun into debris. Clean kill. Cloud cleared. Mercy and Fury knifed to open space. Jump gates beckoned. Saren hailed private. Mercer. You moved first. Forced my hand. Why? Couldn't leave him behind, ma'am. Routine salvage. Laugh, soft, breaking. No human routine. Clutch welcomes you. Elias glanced at Tali, now asleep clutching his glove. Found family. Hell yeah. Prefect Core patched in. Pilot, dock with fury. Royal escort home. Copy that. Engines purred steady. Royal safe. Vex done. But scanners pinged faint. Another runner signature. Ghosting the edge. Persistent bastards. Elias vectored pursuit. Not over yet. Elias slammed the pursuit vector. Mercy's engines roared. The ghost runner twisted through asteroid shadows, engines flaring desperate. Got you, Elias muttered. He fired microthrusters, closing gap. Tractor beam locked. Runner bucked. Useless. One pulse from the chin gun vented its drive core. Debris scattered harmless. Clean. Core's voice crackled. Pilot. Unnecessary risk. Dock now. Affirm.
Elias eased throttles. Mercy slotted into Fury's bay.
Clamps thudded home. Hatch cycled. Medics swarmed. Two Voltecs in scaled armor scooped Tali from the jump seat. She clutched Elias's glove tight. No go, she whispered, pebble rhythm tapping his palm. Ryan unstrapped, legs shaky. She grabbed Elias's arm. Stay close. Medwing doors hissed open. White light flooded sterile hall. Saren waited, flanked by Core and courtiers, her crest flattened, grief raw. Techs whisked girls inside. Scanners hummed. Elias stepped back. Saren's gaze pinned him. Mercer, name your boon. Credits, land, title. He shook head. Just glad they're safe, ma'am. No terms, courtiers hissed. One scaled advisor leaned in. Human custom? Or insult? Routine salvage, Elias said. Anyone behind? I pull him out. Saren's eyes narrowed. Princess voices echoed from medbay. Clear. Debrief chamber adjoined. Hollow table glowed with pursuit logs. Core synced feeds. Saren sat rigid. Rin and Tali perched on raised dais, robes loose over bandages. Report. Saren commanded. Core started. Mercer neutralized 4 threats. Flawless maneuvers. Ryan interrupted. Elias first. Always. She pointed. Stay for debrief. You're safe, person. Tali nodded. Pebble clicking. Safe. Pebble promise. Elias blinked. Heat rose in cheeks. If it helps. Sarene tilted head. Crest flickered. Amusement? Proceed. Logs played. Elias's jinx drew fire. Fury's lances followed perfect. Courtiers shifted. Whispers rose. Human leads crown vessel, one snarled. Precedent demands deportation. Off-worlder influence corrupts. Core growled. He saved them. Law binds. Advisor snapped.
Expel the outsider. Rin stood.
No, Tali echoed. Keep Elias. Saren raised claw. Silence crashed. Daughters speak. Clutch votes. Eyes turned. Elias stood still. Heart thumped. Court yields to heirs, Saren said. Elias Mercer. Protected kin status. All blood shields you. Courtiers bowed, grudging. Or nodded. Respect. Solid. Elias exhaled. Honor to serve. Saren slid hollow charter across table. Sign. Standing rescue pact. Mercy charters underthrown. Clutch calls. You answer. Elias thumbed seal. Done. Tali beamed. Ryan hugged his leg. Saren rose. Meal. Family first. Banquet hall gleamed. Low tables ringed central fire pit. Spiced meats sizzled. Vol fruits gleamed, jewel bright. Elias sat cross-legged. Tali on one side, Ryan other. Saren opposite. Core flanked queen. Servers poured nectar, tart, electric on tongue. Tali tapped pebble rhythm. Passed it to Elias. He tapped back. Rin speared fruit. Elias stories. Human salvage? He chuckled. Pull Rex from black. Folks inside sometimes. Routine. Saren leaned. Routine? You faced Vex's net. 10 vessels. Lived. Persistence, Elias said. You carved raiders clean. Teamwork. Core grunted approval. Forked meat. Human weave. Adapts. Learns mid-fire. Tali giggled. Elias' glove. Warm. Safe. Rin nodded. Captors lied. Elias' truth. Sarene's claw brushed Tali's crest. Softened. Clutchmen's.
You rebuilt us.
Elias chewed slow. Flavors burst. Alien spice tingled. Girls chattered. Rin described runner spins. Tali mimed tractor beam. Courtier entered. Bowed low. Highness. Broker Vex escaped fragment. Signals from fringe worlds. Saren's crest spiked. Hunt resumes. Elias set fork down.
Charter active?
She nodded. Yours. He grinned. Gear up after dessert. Rhine cheered. Tali tapped faster. Kor smirked. Saren's laugh rang. Free. Family forged in fire. Vex wouldn't know what hit him. But scanners in Elias's mind pinged old ghosts. More runners? Hell! Clutch called. He answered. Saren watched him, eyes sharp. Why persist, Ken? Can't leave family behind. She smiled. Crest high, daughters leaned in. Kor poured more nectar. Chase waited. But this, home,